Hi, welcome back to the Spirit's Path. This is D. Today's tarot card of the day out of the Wildwood Tarot deck is the Six of Vessels and Reunion. And this card, whenever it comes out, I always focus on the water that's coming out of the hill. And look at the life on top of that hill that is just growing, right? And then you got the Six Cups, floating in the waters, right? And then you've got the two otters there, and this just followed the Page of Vessels. All right, and meditating on this, as I said, I think about that hill and the life that it's given, the water that it's given those trees, and it's that soulful reunion that here you can plant something. And if it the roots go deep enough and find water, how things grow with that. And it's just amazing how our ecological system works. And if you water something, it grows as well. And and that's true with relationships. If you end up throwing energy into it and love, those relationships grow, right? Projects are the same way. If you put energy and some elbow grease to it, you do well in your success on those as well. So it's just a matter of how much energy you want to put in this stuff. So with the Reunion card, this is all about affection and love. It's reincarnated love between soulmates. And we had that a couple weeks, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, we had that talk of, reuniting with somebody. All right, maybe it was a love relationship. Okay, this is a different type of relationship coming your way. It could be one with your soulmate. It could be a karmic connection, that brings soulmates together. And the purpose may be to complete unfinished business. Okay, now you've got the King of Bows and the Page of Vessels down here, and the King of Arrows. All right, you've had some kingly advice coming to you on what's transpiring. It's using those resources wisely, right? And what it takes to be fulfilled. All right, and that's we've seen that with the three of Bows, that fulfillment card. So maybe you're reaching out to somebody, trying to complete that soulful connection. Maybe it's to learn new lessons. Maybe it's to teach new lessons. Okay, because the Page of Vessels is all about dreams and visions. The King of Bows, which was on there twice, and now it's that just dropped off. So it's about magical power and healing. And then they got the King of Arrows. It's all about ancestral wisdom and lore. So it talks about. For me, I think about that is okay, who's coming into my life? Or who is in my life, that I need to make that soulful connection for, and that could be a coming together of comrades or loyal friends, from past experiences, people that you've had the opportunity to grow with, in past experiences, and you've got that soulful connection, right? And it's also a reunion with your own true nature. And when I mean by true nature, I mean just who you are within the universe. All right, how you are connected to the natural elements around you. All right, whether that's in your location or if you go on vacation and just feel at home someplace. Okay, when we meditate on those past issues and we try to figure out why people are in our lives for a reason, and we look at those connections, we gain new insight and wisdom in that learning. All right, and it's why did this person come into my life? Okay, or that was kind of curious, why is this person in my life now? Right? And when you can ask those questions over and over and over again, and you open yourself up to the dreams and visions like the otter is, and you open yourself up to looking at those inner reflections of that mirror, you can see where that soulful connection helped you or hindered you. Maybe Maybe it gave you, you know, some trauma, okay? Maybe that's ingrained in your DNA, and that's part of your insight, you know, the inside shadows that maybe you're chasing, all right? When you can connect with that and you can realize that and your awareness comes up, that's when, you know, once you have that awareness, that's when you can go ahead and put something in place to change that karma, to change that DNA, all right, to make things better, right? And, you know, this process helps clear out and give us some self-improvement, some self-empowerment, all right? You feel empowered to move forward and do things. You know, we are then, you know, reassured of the spiritual path that we are on through this. Okay, and like I said, you know, the Page of Vessels was out there yesterday, that otter. Okay, and he's asking, where do you need to let your feelings show? Where do you need to let your feelings show with this reunion card? You know, do you need to, you know, actually sit down and, you know, just give it some time, give it some thought, you know, let those feelings come up, maybe get a tear in your eye, all right, and think, you know, I really wish that that person was still here. I really wanted to connect with that person. Okay, the King of Bows is asking, you know, where do you need to take charge? You know, it could be the other way around. If you're taking charge of your emotions, okay, maybe that's an aspect of, you know, I'm not going to let my emotions show, you know, with this relationship. Okay, I'm not going to let people know that I'm hurting, you know, based on a, you know, a relationship or this reunion or this karmic connection. You know, the Six of Stones, exploitation, and making sure you're using your resources wisely. And now you've got 2 6s out here as well. All right, I'm not sure what that means, but, you know, 2 6s. Let's see, one's exploitation, one's reunion. So making sure that you're using your resources correctly is how I always say that, you know, maybe you need to use your resources to reach out to touch somebody. Okay. 10 of Stones, home. You know, whenever you go home, there's a reunion going on. All right, and I'm talking your childhood home, you know, maybe where your parents are at, or aunts and uncles, you know, and maybe that, you know, something's going on there. The King of Arrows is asking you, what must you focus on clearly? With this reunion that you have, this soulful connection, you know, what do you need to focus on clearly to take charge? Take charge of those emotions, you know, and say to yourself, you know what? I can't let my emotions get the best of me. I have to think about what's going on, all right? I can't let so-and-so push my buttons if that's a karmic reunion, right? I can't let certain things happen, all right? And I need to take charge of that. That's where the King of Bows comes through, you know? And when you're focused on this clearly, like the Kingfisher is, you're not going to show those emotions to others. But you can show them in the mirror. You can look deep within, okay, you know, gain that inner perspective, all right? And maybe you look into the crystal ball and you see those inner shadows, all right? You know, the King of Arrows also asks, where's your enthusiasm leading you? The King of Bows is also asking, actually, the King of Bows is asking, where's your enthusiasm leading you? The King of Arrows is asking, you know, who can give you that wise counsel? And then the Page of Otter, you know, Page of Vessels is saying, what deeper trust is being asked of you? You know, when you look at those 3 questions, the 2 kings are going to give you that wise counsel. Maybe there's somebody in your life that can give you that wise counsel on how to move forward in that reunion. You know, maybe it's your mom, maybe it's your dad, maybe an uncle. Okay, somebody who's, you know, who's been down that road before. All right. And then, you know, you look at the enthusiasm. Is it low or is it high? You know, is this something that you want to go through with? You know, even though you're taking charge. And then, you know, if you're looking at suppressing those emotions, what deeper trust is being asked of you? What is the universe asking you to do to help with this reunion, this affection and love, okay, between the soulmates? Is it pushing you? you know, into that karmic reunion, or is it holding you back? Or are you holding yourself back? You know, and you need to move forward. So those are just some thoughts, you know, that, you know, these two kings in this page talks about. So that's today's card of the day, the Six of Vessels reunion. Hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and share it with others. This is D for Spirit's Path, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, God bless, and stay safe, everybody.